no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Brazen.
And your boy Double O.
Oh, snap. Double O.
Champion.
You know, I think what is happening right now, man, this is more than blood in the streets. You know, usually when there's a crash, we go, oh, there's blood in the streets. But what is happening right now is insane. It's insane.
That's what you get when you that's what you get when you're too greedy.
Dude, check this. First of all, earlier this week, right?
Yep.
Celsius suddenly froze withdrawals, right? If you remember, I was like, yo, dude, you moved your coins, right? Like, what's going on here? Like, have you moved your coins? Because this is, you know, I want to be able to roast people that are slacking on this situation, man. So good for you. You move your coins, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because then I would have been like, Double O, man. I told you. Anyway, check this out, man. After Celsius froze this withdrawals, obviously it's gonna naturally, these are the kind of things that incite panic in the market, right? But things have not been getting any better since then. So let's check out some of this articles here and see where the situation stands right now. So Celsius tops up more collateral to avoid loan liquidation, right? Because Ethereum apparently is facing a squeeze. So the troubled crypto lending and borrowing company Celsius, which on Monday halted withdrawals due to extreme market conditions, is adding more collateral for a loan on the MakerDAO decentralized finance protocol. Let's stop calling these things decentralized. Okay? Let me just put that out there. Okay, this word decentralized has been thrown around so much. It's freaking garbage, man. It's freaking garbage.
You know what I was thinking though? If I can quickly jump in there.
Jump in, man.
The network might be decentralized, but the architecture, the design itself, ownership is not decentralized. So they need to go find another word to hijack, but calling it decentralized finance is not the right term.
It's not decentralized finance. It's bullshit. So anyway, this protocol, they're doing this to avoid liquidation, right? On the MakerDAO protocol. At the same time, the company is facing a growing problem with Ethereum tokens it staked on ETH 2.0. Look,
and that is in store right now.
This is something that I have brought up multiple times, because I cannot tell you how many times I've seen situations where people find themselves in a bind, but they cannot do anything about it because they cannot move their money out of Ethereum 2.0. Okay, I have money in Ethereum 2.0 that I want to move out of Ethereum 2.0. It was heavily in the profit at one point. I wanted to sell it and just move it to Bitcoin now. I still can do it because, you know, it's locked, and now the thing is at a loss. I have not looked at it. Okay, so while this is happening, okay, I'm just gonna jump through all of these articles here because we have a couple of them, and obviously we're not gonna read through all of them, but I just want to give you an overview of what is happening right now, the various moving parts, and then let's talk about it. Now, the next thing here, we see also that Celsius, right, has now appointed Citigroup to advise on possible solutions after withdrawal freeze. I also want to point out that, remember that at the beginning, one of the biggest things Celsius was pushing, or one of the biggest selling points, was this idea that you should not trust a bank. You're leaving the banking system, you're coming into the future now, and we got you. Freaking liars, right? Citigroup is helping Celsius assess its options after the crypto lender abruptly halted withdrawals. Sources tell the block. I'm pretty sure Celsius was using decentralized finance in their name at some point, but you know, if you're decentralized, you cannot halt it. You cannot make one decision to halt something.
You can't do what the banks do.
Exactly, which is exactly what they're doing. Even worse, you can't go running to the banks when you find yourself in trouble. What a bunch of clowns. It's not like Citi is going to give Celsius money. It's going to give Celsius money out of their balance sheet, said sources. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they would strike some sort of deal that is going to be predatory, but whatever. Either way, I think Celsius is definitely not coming back after this. Now, on another note then, we also have Voyager. There is another exchange. Voyager Digital obtains loans from Alameda Research to safeguard assets The proceeds are to be used to safeguard customer assets in light of current market volatility, and only if such use is needed. In addition to the funds available under the credit facilities, Voyager has more than 200 million on its balance sheet. I mean, why would this be a problem if you guys were just holding on to people's money and doing exactly what you said you were doing with it, right? And not doing some sort of Ponzi situation with it. Now, the other part here, Three Arrows Capitals, right? Three Arrow Capital's position has been liquidated by FTX, Deribit, and BitMEX. So it says FTX and, well, all three of them have liquidated Three Arrows positions. Sources tell the blocks, Three Arrows owes BitMEX around 6 million, said one of the sources. So it's a lot going on. It seems like a purge of the crypto environment. Go ahead, Double O.
So several videos ago, we talked about exchanges doing exactly what the banks were doing,
right?
Which was taking your money and then betting with your money. Not your keys, not your coins, not your token.
Exactly.
Not crypto, right?
Yes.
So you can now see that those exchanges that were extreme on the extreme end are now in trouble with the price action of Bitcoin and other crypto going downwards.
Yes.
Even worse now is the fact that the organizations with the big multi-million dollars and small investors like us have gone to stake and put their money in this exchanges open for higher interests or big return. So now you have double leverage. You over leveraged, betting upwards, going long. The person that you put your money with now took your money and double leverage, which is exactly everything that Bitcoin is against. Double spending. You did all of that. And then you now have all the bankers competing against you. So banker versus banker, whales versus whale. So now you're not caught in the middle of the war. What happens? Here comes the crash.
Unfortunately, it's the small person that gets to suffer in this situation, right? This is what annoys me about this. It is the retail investors that always get the short end of the stick when these things go down. But I think that for once in this situation, man, some of these guys are totally going to get wiped out. I don't think Three Arrows is coming back. I don't think Celsius is coming back after this thing. I hope not. Speaking of, did you see BitBoy was trying to sue these guys? It's how would that go? Isn't this an unregulated space? Like, you assume the risk when you go into these things, right? Isn't that what it's all about? Yeah. You play the game, man. You get bitten by the game. What did they say? Right? You play with the lion, you get bitten. You get bitten by a lion. You get your arm chewed off, whatever the case may be. So here's the thing. I think people need to remember. I understand, man. Everyone is trying to make quick money. There is one thing that I have disabused myself of, and I really encourage everyone to disabuse themselves of this idea as well. There is no such thing as quick money. Lie. False. It does not exist. It does not happen. If you believe in quick money, okay, fine, man. I guess you can believe in Santa. Even if you're a drug dealer, bro, that money is not going to come to you easy. You're taking serious risk. You know what I'm saying? This is what proof of work is. You must work to create. Okay? You can't just get money out of nowhere and think that everything is cool. And this is why the truth is coming out right now. In some ways, I'm happy that this is happening. I'm not happy that the retail investors are losing their money in this situation. Okay? Because I get it, man. It's a mammoth task to try to educate everyone on the same level on Bitcoin at the same time. Okay, so these things would happen. But these people need to get purged from the system. And people need to spend time educating themselves about Bitcoin more. Because at the end of the day, man, if you just bought your Bitcoin and held, especially if you bought it a long time ago, if you buy a Bitcoin now and hold for a long time, you will still get more gains than what this risk was here.
A good story, good follow-up to that would be trading options, right?
Yeah.
Even expert level options traders sometimes don't beat the market because you win big, you lose bigger. You win bigger, you lose a little bit, but then you lose even more.
You lose even more.
We've been there, right? And we were there in October last year.
Yeah.
In compound, in the compound space, and we were like, this does not look right.
It does not look right.
We were lucky to just exit, right? And then the funny part about this now is this: what's going on in the Bitcoin space, we could have been trading it downwards, but we decided to take the time to study the price action, to study what's going on, because you could be playing puts. We have KuCoin, yeah. You know, we could buy in shorts of everything, but you want to get squeezed, or do you want to understand what's going on in the market space and take the time to understand it?
And even
Also
importantly, do you want to understand the other things that Bitcoin is providing other than just making quick money? Because the Lightning Network is not about Bitcoin going to 100K. The Lightning Network is giving you use case live in your face, man. So
efficiency.
Carry on. Exactly.
Right. And I was just gonna add to that one of the most important things that people need to learn during this phase, so especially if you're just getting into Bitcoin now and you feel like, okay, you missed your chance earlier, you want to get in now, is that don't believe the media when it says, oh, it's fast money. Bitcoin have never been about fast money. Those people that made money in Dogecoin in 2014 and recently in 2021, I believe, with Elon Musk tweets, they've been in it for a long time.
Diamond hands.
Folks that are enjoying Bitcoin right now, even with this crash, they've been in it for a long, just like the stock market.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. We are here doing this, and we don't even think that we're super early. But we know that we're in it for the long run.
Absolutely.
The goal is educating and creating more efficiencies, adding value to the communities that we're in. And that's what we're doing here. And if you think you get into the crypto space to make quick money, I'm sorry, man, you're in the wrong place. And it's exactly what's showing you.
And I think that's what makes this adoption kind of slow down as well, because people have these unrealistic expectations. And the other thing is like gurus, like people on YouTube were like, oh yeah, we're is this coin today? Is this coin today? And we're pumping and we're pumping and we're pumping. It's like the brain of a rabbit. You know what I mean? They can't focus on anything for too long, right? So it's like there's this one and there's this one. It's like shiny things. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying this. I used to do this. And
we had that conversation a while back.
Yeah, bro. I know
like,
I know this because I've done it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know this because I've done it. And there was a point when I sat and we had this conversation. I was like, yo, dude, man, I know that there's a lot in the market, but we can't chase everything. We can't win on everything because you just spread so thin, right? And when the loss like this comes where everyone is looking across the board, you're not winning in any way. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, I think it's time to narrow things down. Let's take more of a look at what is about to happen here, because this is a horrible situation. I feel bad for anyone who had money, whether it's in Celsius or any of this on and MakerDAO. If you're in MakerDAO, I'll be exiting right now. I think
you probably made your loss already. Yeah,
BlockFi is another platform where I'll be exiting that one. I think there is more coming to them. This liquidations and this situation with Celsius, I think it's just a precursor to what is happening. A lot of times when there is shady operations going on in the background, and when one comes out, another one is going to be following shortly after, right? We saw it with what is the coin that just recently
blew apart? Luna, Terra Luna.
Terra Luna, right? We saw it with Terra Luna, blew apart shortly after. Same sort of thing. Tron gone.
Yep.
Right, and some others, and I think another one depegged again today. So this thing is not. What is it called? Solana. Solana is an interesting situation, and I think one of the worst things, actually. Let's go back here, because I saw that with Celsius, their liquidation point is $16,000, and you were telling me that they moved it down manually.
Yes, they moved it down to 16,000 manually.
That pissed me off so bad, because this is, how can you do that and still use the word decentralized?
Realizing you do that.
Right? So, hey man, for that, man, these guys deserve to get taken out. It is not like, like the exchange needs to get taken out type. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I don't think 16K might hold. I think 14K, and now it's all making sense. Yeah. If all this extreme liquidity happens, we could see 8K in Bitcoin, which could bring everything else down. This is quite interesting, because there's just way too much leverage in the space. We've been saying for a while. Too much leverage in the space. People want to become millionaires tomorrow and buy and drive Lambos.
At this point, it's like self-inflicted pain or self-inflicted destruction.
Yep.
Right? If Bitcoin makes it down that low. So it's, But carry on. I think you had some stuff to show, man. I'm dying to see this information.
Yeah. So you were talking about Solana earlier.
Yeah.
So Ethereum and Bitcoin are going back and forth on who's gonna get liquidated first, the most.
Right.
In the last hour, 3.45 million has been liquidated. In the last 24 hours, 500 million, let's just say $477 million has been liquidated. Just over the last 24 hours.
That's a
And the
lot.
top coins that are being liquidated right now are Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those guys are like flipping back and forth all day. And that's about $10 million each. Next to that is Litecoin. Because again, people were betting, going big. And like you were saying earlier, Solana is next to that, right? Tron, is that Tron over there? Yeah, Tron is next, followed by ApeCoin, followed by GMT. Dogecoin is there. Cardano is there as well. These are all the big
Right.
players. Now, I was buying those. I wasn't going long. I was not trying to over leverage. I stopped doing leverage after I noticed the amount of leverage.
With all of this stuff going on right now, this is a great moment for people to just take the time and just sit back and really understand this crypto markets before they jump back into it, man. And just place themselves in the right place, because all of this quick money stuff, bro, it needs to stop.
So,
It needs to stop.
a good example was when I was buying HNT and was it Helium and
Yeah.
what was the other one that I bought for a while? Those guys are actually doing real work in the space. They continue
Yeah.
to do real work in the space, right? And that was why I was investing in that. So of all the coins right now that are crashing, HNT is still holding up. You know,
Oh, really?
Helium is trying to decentralize your internet access. Simple as that. And it's not outright saying, oh, it's going to replace Sprint or whatever. It's partnering with Microsoft, partnering with T-Mobile to get the technology out. You know,
Absolutely.
those are the kind of coins. You got to know the utility. You're just not buying junk just to buy junk.
Hey man, if people want to buy junk, man, let them do it, bro. It's, you know, it says freedom, man. You can do what you want to do with your money, including losing it. Type. You know, it is. But nah, I mean, this is a rough situation, man. I just never imagined that we'll get to this point, but I am not complaining because we have a strategy. Speaking of strategies, okay, I have launched one of my final moves into this averaging down situation. I'm selling my car for Bitcoin.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I
Oh
posted
yeah,
it on
you did
Twitter.
say that you said that several videos ago. So
Yeah,
you
I
are following
posted it
through
on-
with your promise.
Hey, listen, man. Let me show you this thing. I posted it on Twitter, man. We are in there. We're selling the whip. Okay, if you want to buy, am I selling my car? Am I selling my car? I'm not selling my car on YouTube, but I'm just saying that I posted it on Twitter. And it's, hey, we'll see what happens, man. You know, because ultimately, man, do I need the machine right now? No. So why not buy Bitcoin? Why not buy Bitcoin? Seems like a great idea until it isn't. You know, I mean, Uber everywhere, right? Isn't that what it's all about? You can also look at it as me temporarily reducing my footprint, right? To ensure that the earth is, you know, I'm contributing to the whole Bitcoin situation, reducing carbon footprint. You know, yes, of course, in the future, my carbon footprint will come back when I purchase that V8. You know, but hey, for now, you know, no carbon footprint. Is your screen up yet?
Yeah, man, guys, Bitcoin on my screen are having challenges. Let me go ahead and hide that. So like,
we'll buy you a new computer with Bitcoin, bro.
oh sure,
Yes.
a new supercomputer, you know,
Yeah,
the one made
we'll call it
by
we'll
Japan.
call it the double O computer fund, or the double O Satoshi PC fund. Ugh,
There
it's
you
difficult
go.
to come up with cool names when it comes to blockchain stuff, man. I'm never gonna try. Anyway, what is this chart you have here, dude?
So what you have here is the over leveraging of the Bitcoin space. So what you see there is the amount of people that have gone long on Bitcoin. Not literally like buying Bitcoin, but literally gone long. And
Yeah.
until you see that inversion in the yellow and green line, which are the moving averages, there's way too much leverage in the space. So we need that yellow arrow pointing down a little bit, or at least going back downwards for Bitcoin to balance out. Right now it's pointing upward, looks like it wants to correct itself, but there's way too much leverage. And as you can see in the RSI, is way overbought. Way overbought, and it's been overbought for the longest. When I say overbought, the Bitcoin long has been overbought. And we needed to come back down to 30. We needed to come back to oversold.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a challenge that we have right now with Bitcoin longs.
It's a scary situation, man. But, I think you have to look at the overall space. Do you think that maybe in some ways this is what Peter Schiff is looking at, and this is why he's so negative on Bitcoin? Just bashing people? Because, there is only two ways I see it, man. Either this guy is living in everyone's head rent-free, or Bitcoin is living in his head rent-free. And
in the game of the markets.
Yeah.
Peter Schiff is a heavy gold buyer. So his goal is to forge you out of Bitcoin or any other competitor and get you to buy gold. That's his strategy. Because if gold goes up, it becomes a multi-billionaire or a trillionaire if he wants to, because that's all he owns. That's most of what he buys.
But now this is the thing I'll ask myself. What are the possibilities of that? Because, okay, let me show you something here. I'm going to send this over from my phone. I think it's on my phone. Is it on my phone? No, it's not on my phone. But there is this chart I came across, and it's like from the Fed or something like that. And it shows pretty much gold has been in a bear market for decades. For decades and decades. And when you factor in inflation, it's just nowhere near Bitcoin, But I get you. I get what you're saying, that, it's his mission to push it. But, man, the level of toxicity with this guy's tweets. I know people could say, well, why not just unfollow him? I think I need to follow him, because as much as I disagree with this guy, I don't want to be in a world where I'm only seeing things on one side, because there's I will tell you when he was right. When he pointed out that double top on Bitcoin, he was right about that. But the idea that double top equals to Bitcoin going to zero, negative. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see that situation. Yep. Do you have any more data, sir? Or are we closing this one here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and close it down. My computer is going heavy right now.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yep.
We'll let the computer rest. We'll pour some water on it. You know what I mean? Ice it down.
Nah, that would go to zero quick.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out the show, man. We love it. Okay? Buy the dip on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, brazen out.
Double O out.
All right.